All right, the trail is a river. It's about 7:30 p.m. Day 2 in the Smokies. It's been a long day, once again. But I am finishing up my last 1.5 miles for the day. It'll put me at about 18 once again in the 4-day, 3-night Smoky challenge. I guess you can say I accidentally bypassed Klingman's Dome today. I was just hiking kind of in the zone, and somehow I got on the bad weather bypass, which actually added at least a mile to my day today, because what I ended up having to do was a hike 0.5 up from the parking lot. That long windy road, which sucked. So, and in the process of that, we've been calling for rain, but didn't get any until, of course, I got up to Klingman's Dome. And bottom fell out for a little bit. Temperature dropped. It was pretty miserable walking up that road from the parking lot. I was wet and cold, and there were people going down, but I was the only one going up. As it stands now, about 1.5 miles from Mount Collins Shelter. Once this finishes going down, I will climb Mount Collins and get to the other side and get a shelter for the night. I would say one of the longest days I've had on trail. Wasn't too bad. I just was slow going all day, and man, that rain will help you get up and go. Fortunately for now, the rain, I think, slowed down, or at least I'm below tree line, so it's not bothering me. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. Thought I'd give a progress update on my Smoky Mountain 4 days, 3 nights. When I make this, I'll be right on pace. All right. Day 3 in the Smokies. Getting a late start today. Been hiking for a little bit, but I don't think I left camp till 8. Last night was a little long day, I guess I should say. I got into camp around 9, I think. Couldn't find too dark to see the bear cables, so had to ask the people in the shelter who were still awake where they were. Wasn't too cold last night. Actually didn't rain too hard last night, but it's been raining steadily. I don't think it's I think it's about 50 degrees, give or take a little bit, and wet. I am wearing full rain gear, pants, and jacket. Sorry, this weather and being in the Smokies trying to do these miles got me just kind of worn out. feel okay. I feel better than I expected, but still, it's just, I guess an example is today I'm looking at where I can go to camp tonight, and there's really only one option. It's 15 miles, which is okay, but nothing really else. Unless I want to go 22 miles, which can't do that right now. So, just a little annoying being in the Smokies. Then you throw on the weather, which isn't terrible. Alright, gonna make a video just talking about my going no cook over the last, I don't know, two resupplies, maybe 10 days or something like that. I officially went no cook at the NOC. I donated my pot and my stove, but I don't think I'm going back anytime soon. Average day for me right now is, and I'm seeing multiple people out here that are cooking ramen and everything, and they're complaining about they can't get enough calories, or they can't carry enough. I have tons of calories, and I was thinking those honey buns are like 590 calories. That's basically a mountain house, I believe. And the price difference too. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, my average day is iced coffee, which is, I do 2 little coffee powder things and packets, and 1 breakfast essentials, which has 9 grams of protein by itself, and some vitamins and whatnot. Of course, I'm sure there's sugar in there. I haven't looked at that too much, but it's calories, and so I get liquid calories to start the day. Then I've been eating basically 1 payday and 1 honey bun for breakfast, for first breakfast, and then lunch is tortilla, which is 230 calories ish, some potato chips of some sort, tortilla chips, Fritos, which I just crunch them all down to 1 big bag. They're kind of like a seasoning and a filling, really, but it's calories and they're good to munch on. A little messy, but on top of that, tuna, 2 packs of tuna, protein, and then afternoon I'm eating payday and a honey bun again. I got peanut butter jelly for added protein that I'll eat some here and there, and I got some random protein or breakfast bars or whatever, granola bars I bought a bunch of them on discount. But the reasons I like no cook is I believe okay. The reasons I like no cook, I for one kind of think that I can carry a lot more. Just, I guess, having that pot out of the way, and the bulk of those dry meals, whatever you call them. I mean, man, I can stuff like 10 honey buns and 10 paydays at a time. That's a lot of calories. I still get my coffee. It's just iced coffee instead of hot coffee. And I think it's lighter too. On a calories per pound scale, I think it's significantly lighter. And the bulk, like a 5-day carry for me of food, isn't that bad. I was kind of like, wow, I can buy more, which definitely isn't the case the other way. And you think about the gas canister, more bulk. I also think you do better monetarily. I think it's cheaper. Because instead of splurging on something like a $10 Mountain House or Peak Meals, whatever those new ones are, I'll just go to the grocery store and buy a big salad or something better for you, or rotisserie chicken, something. So I highly recommend it on every scale. If you're talking about weight, cost, or calories, I think where it really excels is calories and cost. Now you're gonna buy a lot of these honey buns and you're gonna be like, holy crap, I've never bought $25 in honey buns before, but it does the trick. So I was just thinking about that. I know I mentioned I was thinking about doing no cook before, but I did it and I believe I'm converted. So I'm gonna get back to hiking here because I'm slowing down, getting cold and wet. All right. All right, day 4 in the Smokies. My hopeful plan of 4 days and 3 nights in the Smokies will not come to fruition. Got a 13-mile hike today. The only other way to get out would be to do 22 or something like that. And that ain't happening right now. So it'll be 4.5 days in and 3 nights, or 4 nights. Also tomorrow, I'll be just a couple miles from Mount Camerer, which is a long side trail. I think it's 0.6 miles or something like that. So it's supposed to be one of the better views. And I don't know if I've seen it before. So I'll be a couple miles from that in the morning. Gonna try to get up early, have sunset up there, then go for a quick resupply, a small resupply at Standing Bear, and then run to Hot Springs, where at some point I'll be taking a Nero and then a Zero. I just want a couple days off my feet. So it'll probably be a short Nero and then a nice Zero. Couple little equipment things. I need new shoes, so I gotta do that. Want my knee to heal up, which I think it is getting better. Need a new water bladder, shoes, water bladder, and obviously a resupply. So I'm gonna take some much needed time off in Hot Springs, try to maximize that time off, and then probably make a push to Irwin, I guess, is my next stop. So, yeah, it's Sunday, first week of May. It's been wet, rained all last night. Apparently some people had their tents get washed out. I didn't think it was that bad, but I don't know. I've been sleeping pretty good. Now that I think about it, my underquilt got a little wet, which usually doesn't happen, so I guess it did come down more than I saw. I've been going to sleep at 8, last night I should say I went to sleep at 8 o'clock, 8 to 6, and it being only 13-mile day, I slept in, had breakfast in camp, which I usually don't do unless I'm trying to slow down on purpose. Use the privy, all that good stuff. But, alright, just updating on this Smokies challenge I gave myself, which is just for fun. But it's going to turn out to be 18 miles, 15, and 13. I didn't look at the book and gauge shelter mileage and all that stuff. I just told myself if I did a minimum of 15 for 4 days, I could get out in 4. So 18 miles the first day, the shelter was at 17.9. So, it lined up. So I went there. Day 2, it was at 18.2 or something like that. So it lined up perfect. And then day 3, it was kind of 15 or 22. It was kind of like it is today, where it's 13 or 22. But 15 or 22, something like that, or 19 and a half. I just couldn't do that after 2 18s. So took the 15, which was my minimum anyway. And today, I thought about, I could theoretically push to do 22 today. But after the first 3 days here, it just wasn't going to happen. And it might have happened, but it would have just been too much. No need. It's not that big a deal, I guess. So, feeling low on food, which is good. Got enough for breakfast in the morning. Pack is super light. I mean, I'm with water. I'm probably carrying at most. Right now, where my food bag's nearly empty, which it's really not. That's the funny thing. I still have peanut butter, jelly, chips, tortilla, olive oil, Carnation Instant Breakfast, which has calories. And I just loaded up for lunch, so... Oh, and a payday bar. Got a payday bar in there. So that's a good meal and a half. A meal and a snack. Half a day worth, really. With that, I might be, and 2 liters of water, I might be at about 23, 24 pounds full of water. So, yeah, just kind of rambling, thinking out loud. The goal, like I said, is just to get to hot springs and take a Nero and a 0 and eat some good food. All right, I'm gonna get to it. Alright, Mount Camera lookout. About 8:30. Definitely a great view up here. Leaving the Smokies. Alright, up here at the FAA tower, whatever it is. Looking nasty coming this way. First day out of the Smokies. Completed the Smokies in 4 days, 4.5 days and 4 nights. And that was lightning. So I'm gonna head on out. Yeah, buddy. Check in with you later. All right. It's actually day 22. I am 2 days out of the Smokies. Yesterday, resupplied at Standing Bear during the day. Not a great resupply. Really, I need a little bit more to get me to Hot Springs, but it'll work out. I'm gonna be a little, well, I guess it's how you want to be. You want your food bag to be empty heading into town, and I'll be about that way. The plan is to take a Nero at Hot Springs, not tomorrow, but the following day, and then a Zero. Do the Zero on trail, so an on trail Zero, or at best hang a hammock at maybe Laughing Heart or something. So day 22, sun's actually out. It's been 5 days of rain. Yesterday, bottom finally dropped out. Good old thunderstorm, a little bit of lightning. It's funny, actually. There was a guy starting a section hike yesterday. And mind you, we had all finished the Smokies, so it had been raining 4 days in a row. Everything was wet. Sun came out for about 4 hours yesterday. And after I left Standing Bear, the sun was still out. And I was maybe 10 minutes on trail. And the section hiker, he was a nice guy, but he comes up. And man, he blows right by me. And then I catch up with him, he's on his phone. And I keep going. And he blows right by me again. And he's wearing pants, like a thin base layer liner and long sleeve and a big sun hat. And he's going like 4 miles an hour uphill. And this is the up from Standing Bear. It's pretty significant. It's like 4 miles. And he's just blowing by. And he says, so he stops to talk the second time he blows by me. And he says, it's warmer than I thought it would be out here. And I was like, what? Like, dude, it's been raining for 4 days. The sun's been out for 3 hours at this point. And he says, well, last time I was out here it was really cold, and you know, it's just a little too hot. And he says something like, we need to, you know, maybe the sun will die down a little bit or something. And he goes on. He's burning up because and he tells me he had just started a section hike, like that minute or that hour. So he was all hyped up, running uphill, wearing cold weather clothes, and he was hot. So he was complaining about the sun. About 30 minutes later, it was gone. And I knew he jinxed it right when he said that. and it started storming. It came down hard. Worst storm of the last 5 days, for sure. Wasn't too bad, but it was pretty rough. A lot of people bailed to whatever campsite they were closest to, for sure. But yeah, he jinxed it. I knew he did. But other than that, I mean, it's just been so wet. Putting on wet socks with wet shoes, and I got sock liners. Those are wet too, of course. Shirt, putting on the wet shirt in the morning. Underwear, shorts. It gets old, but it's really not bad once you do it. The hard part's just doing it. And then some rub marks on my feet. Sorry, trying to talk and get uphill isn't good for me. But some rub marks on my feet that only started because of the rain. These shoes have about had it anyway. But yeah, other than a few minor complaints, everything is good. Sun's out right now. Did have one fall yesterday, actually 2, but only one was significant, I would say. It was a nice fall. Scale of 1 to 10, I put about a 6.5. It was a solid fall. Put me in a bad mood, that's for sure. It woke me up. I was kind of pushing in the rain. Zoned out, trying to go fast. And whoop. And I just kind of snapped me back too, like, oh yeah, you can't just run down when everything's mud and a river, basically. But yeah, I get to hiking. Great day today. All we have is either 8 or 13 miles. Those are my 2 landmarks. Taking it easy today. After the Smokies, which I was thinking about it earlier. Through the Smokies, I did 18, 18, 15, 13, and I think yesterday was 14. So I need to slow down a little bit. It's been a good challenge. It's been about as much as I can do, really, without being miserable. But yeah, it's been a good challenge. And Hot Springs is 26 miles from here. I want to be Neroing in, not tomorrow, but the next day. So, and it's 10, well, yeah, about 10 o'clock in the morning right now. So, actually, it's probably 25 by now. But, yeah, I'm pretty much on pace to do that. Just gotta slow down a little bit. I think I'm gonna get to hiking. I got some mountains coming up. But all right, y'all have a good day. About 1:15 on a Tuesday. Max Patch. Had 5 rainy days in a row, and now sun's come out for a little bit. We'll see how long. Looks like I'll be going I don't know, there's a shelter at what would be 13 miles, but there's a campsite about a mile after that I believe will have a good hammock spot. So, might be my agenda today. Trying to get out of camp early this morning. Pretty nasty out there. It's just wind. It's been raining a little bit too. Well, this is me trying to get out before sunrise. I'm actually, everything's dry on me from yesterday afternoon, so I don't want to go out, but it's not raining and the birds are chirping. That usually means it'll be good weather, but it's kind of like a windstorm. Got a mile up to Bluff Mountain, and then about 11 miles into Hot Springs, where I'll be taking, well, it's not really a Nero today, that's about a 12-mile day, but tomorrow plan is a 0, much needed, my first one of the trail, and then a Nero the following day. I'm gonna just get out and go like 3 or 4 miles or 5 or 6 or something. I'm kind of looking at like 6 miles and under is a Nero for me. So anywhere around there. So, all right, everything seems to have slowed down. I'm gonna get going. All right, 6:30. Got out of bed. Did not beat the sun this morning. This is the trail. This is my campsite. Just overslept a little bit. Wanted to get up early. But that's all right. It's still early. I'll be the first one out. Nobody else is up. Had a little windstorm. Still kind of ongoing. It's a little muggy. Or foggy, I should say. But good morning. All right. Day 23, I think. It's a little after 7 a.m. Headed into Hot Springs, just finished Bluff Mountain. It is like 4,300 feet downhill from here and barely any climb. So 10.5 miles down into Hot Springs. Ready to take a short day or two. Okay, all right. Can't really decide now. Well, I guess I'll talk my game plan. I need new shoes. These that I've been wearing, I think the mud's actually been helping them. I really do. Stick together. Need new shoes. Gotta send home some cold weather stuff, which is awesome. Lose a little bit of weight, clear up some space. So I'm gonna send home my gloves, which are waterproof gloves. I'm gonna send home waterproof gloves. Really, my beanie probably needs to go home. It's a little too thick. I never wear it. It's not comfortable. Maybe find another cheap one somewhere, thin, because I do like to have something. So beanie, gloves, a pair of socks. My sleeping socks, which are too thick. Again, I just hadn't needed them. It's been more comfortable sleeping, and this has been for almost 10 days now, probably. And my leggings. I think I'm gonna send home my leggings. So because I mean my setup for my hammock and my setup for my hammock. If y'all, I smell worse than I look. I'll say that. You know you smell bad when you're like, okay, it's time for a shower. It's the full-on wet dog smell. I can imagine these day hikers like, what in the world? It's not good right now. Haven't had a shower since Fontana Village, about 6-7 days. That'll be nice. But I'm still truthfully deciding. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's getting uncomfortable. Yeah, I gotta decide if I want how much time I want to take in hot springs. I was thinking I'd take a 0 tomorrow and then a Nero out the following day, which would basically give me, like, today I'm going to be there by 3, so it's kind of like a Nero, say half a day, and then a full day tomorrow, and then another half day or a short day. And I probably should do that. My feet are real banged up. That wet has just created a bunch of rub spots that on top of my feet, on the sides of my heel. They're just, I mean, I put some stuff on them yesterday, and it was burning. So I've been kind of taking care of them as best I could, but they need I think I need a little time off my feet. So that's probably the smart thing to do. But then this morning I was thinking, treat today like a Nero, and then tomorrow you Nero. And if you really need, another short day, you just do a short day the following day, and you just take some short days on trail. If I'm going to actually do that, because when I say I'm going to do 10, that usually turns into 14 or something like that. So I don't know. I guess what we do know is just going in and taking care of some business. About 7:15, 7:20. But yeah, what we do know is getting a place to stay tonight. I don't know, I just don't want to take a 0 yet. And it's silly, because it doesn't matter. I'm not in a race, but I'm just kind of, I don't feel like, I haven't taken one yet. I've taken a 2-mile Nero around Fontana, but haven't taken a 0 yet, and I just kind of don't want to yet. Thinking time, money, and just staying out of that town. Man, I'm telling you, it's hard to leave town once you get in town. So all that stuff plays a factor. It's like a habit creator almost. Once you go into town and take a 0, then it's easy to take another one. So body's a little banged up. I think my knee's getting better. Still a little sore, but getting better. I've settled on it being tendonitis. I don't know if that's true. I don't think it's, because it's on like the outside, the lateral, lower side, and it just feels like a tendon. It's real tender. So I think that might be the way to go, is just take a bunch of, like, go in today, take a Nero out tomorrow, and then take another, basically Nero, but on trail. Might be a good strategy. I'm gonna get to hiking. I got a long way to go downhill. So we'll catch up with y'all later. Alright, walking down Hot Springs. Quit raining for a little bit, and heading back out. Got a couple more things to get.